Oh, don't mind me. You are in the right place. This is an edition of the checkup. This is not one of those Illuminati conspiracy theory videos where you got to break out the tinfoil hats to watch it. Nope, you are in the right location. Don't worry. Just go out and get your favorite hardwood floor cleaner, pesticide, bleach. It doesn't matter. Whatever gets your intestines to corrode, your lower colon to explode, your esophagus to just fall out of its place. Absolutely just try to wreck your inner system. Just wreck your whole nervous system into oblivion, because at this point, if you're a console market gamer, that is what they're telling you to do. So bon appetit to all my console gamers out there. Shout outs to all you guys. Welcome to the Never Wake Up Again special. Let's do it, baby. We should call this video the Console Market Beverage Challenge, because at this point, I don't know what the console market is doing. Let's start off with the PS4. You see, Sony, the reason why the PS4 sold wasn't because you guys were godlike. It was because Microsoft and Nintendo did everything they could to fuck themselves over. When Microsoft had the DRM and all the negative policies and the fuck you anti-consumer stuff, having the Kinect being forced upon you, then be like, oh gosh, you don't really need the Kinect. Remember all those days? It wasn't because the PS4 was godlike. Let's not get it twisted. The Wii U, the first year of its being out, the first year of its launch cycle, guess what they had as like their #1 exclusive, because it was the only one that existed? Zombie U. Zombie U. That game that was so ass that 2 years later it finally got to go multi-platform. So it's no longer even exclusive, because now it is out there on the PS3 or PS4 and the Xbox One as Zombie. And it's still ass. Super ass. But that aside, that's the only reason why the PS4 was looking so godlike. Not because it was doing godlike things, but because everyone else couldn't keep their penis out of the cheese grater. But now times have changed. Not really. But times have changed. Because see, the PS4, now Sony comes out and says they want to make a PS 4.5. And here's my problem with that. You're trying to make more systems than you have home run hitting exclusive titles. Because let's be honest here, besides all of your remakes and your remasterings, the only reason to go out and buy a PS4 right now would be Uncharted 4, Bloodborne, and Infamous Second Son. And it's DLC, obviously. But at this point, it's been about 3 years into your console span and you only have about a game per year average. That's pretty ass. I don't know if you know that. The only other real home run hitter that I can see as an exclusive to you guys is Resogun. But that's not going to move a system at all. It's not. That's not how it works. You guys have been selling systems on reputation alone for too long, and this bullshit's got to stop, because now you want to make a 4.5, which is supposed to render graphics in 4K, be stronger, faster, bigger, and more aggressive and in your face with the specs. And that's fine. But I don't care if you make the second coming of Jesus in specs. If I ain't got shit to play on it, what fucking good is it? And on top of that, you say that 4K is the future, and you know what it is. But here's the thing about the future. It's in the future. And on top of that, you've sold so many units of the PS4, who the fuck's gonna get the PS 4.5? It's not like 4K TVs are just running rampant in every household. It's not like it's the industry standard. And on top of that, you have to understand that your PS 4.5 has to limit itself and handicap itself to be able to synergize and harmonize with the PS4 that already exists, because otherwise you're going to have two consoles that can't even coexist with each other. That means you have two consoles that are competing with each other, and one just has such an immaculate head start, known as the original PS4, and the PS 4.5, its buffs and specs really are going to go unnoticed. And on top of that, let's just say that the PS 4.5 is just this great immaculate thing that is going to be pushing games to the limit. Does that mean you're going to be pushing your exclusive titles that you will be developing to be more suited to the 4.5? And that the PS4 is going to chug and slow down and not be optimized or efficient enough to actually run these games that are going to be coming out later on down the pipeline for the Sony brigade? Is that what you're telling me? Because if so, that's ass. That is ass. And if you're saying that, oh no, the PS 4.5 is just going to be like the PS3 Slim was to the PS3, that would be fine. But once again, when the PS3 Slim came out, there was at least shit to do on the PS3. On the PS4, my limited amount of choices on what I should be playing as an exclusive, we almost run into a situation where there are more variations of a system than there are AAA exclusives to your console, and that's ridiculous. That should never happen. That is a mistake, and you know this. There's no way that you don't know this. And to top it all off, the main argument that a lot of console gamers use to why they're a console gamer and not why they're a PC gamer, is because consoles are supposed to be around for a long tenure of time. They're going to be around for 10 years, 15 years, maybe even longer. We don't have to worry about changing out our parts. We don't have to worry about changing everything here and keeping up with the uptake and the mystery of will this part work, or exchanging parts here and there. But it seems as though each of the major three consoles are trying to do away with all of those quote-unquote benefits that console gamers have been preaching about for years. Because the Xbox One is starting to come out with these stories about how they want to have people make the Xbox One even more of a service than a traditional standalone home console. Because now they want to be able to have people sending their consoles for us to work on them, upgrade them, make them bigger, stronger, increase their specs and their internal physique, make them stronger, for we have the technology to rebuild them. However, changing out parts, making something better, I don't know if you guys have caught on to this, but you're basically buying a PC, but limiting yourself to console restrictions, and still paying $60 a year just to play online with your friends and your mates, but they still want to go out there and give you guys hardware, upgrades. Once again, what am I upgrading for? You ain't making shit that's popping off. You ain't making a goddamn thing where I'm like, okay, I can see why my console might need a little bit stronger for that. You're not hitting home, either of you. You're missing the goddamn forsaken point. Give me the video games. The goddamn video. That's the point of a video game system, to play video games. I don't know if you guys know that. Just in case no one knew. Throwing it out there one last time. One last repetition. One more iota. One more utterance of the phrase. I don't know if you know this, but the secret is a video game console. It's supposed to play video games. Okay? That said, Xbox One. As we all know, you had a very rocky start. Very rough start, very turbulent. Then you changed and you molded yourself to be better, stronger, faster, trying to compete with the PS4. You haven't been doing too well, but you've been doing better than a lot of people would have ever given you credit for. Your controller, I'll still say, is probably the best controller on the market right now, so kudos to you there, Xbox One. Problem is, once again, if you're going to be adding all this hardware and all these upgrades and things of that nature, you got to give us a reason to buy your platform, and just uttering out upgraded graphics, multi-platform gaming is no reason for me to go out and buy, I don't know, an Xbox One over continuing to play my games on PC, PS4, or Wii U. Now, with that said, turning to the Wii U. The Wii U, as I said, first year it came out, all it really had was Zombie U. Now, it's been coming out with exclusive after exclusive, but if you're not a Mario fan, then you really have no reason to buy the console, because the only games that are really left to afford to you are Xenoblade Chronicles, Bayonetta 2, and I guess Monster Hunter. But outside of that, Monster Hunter isn't really a true exclusive, so I guess I really couldn't count that. But you guys get what I mean. It's not really this gigantic, huge library. I mean, if you want to count Splatoon, but it's not like a huge library of just exclusives just molding upon you, ready to just take on the world, because most of them involve Mario and his group of people. But once again, that aside, with the Wii U, remember that thing that I was telling you about consoles being around for a long period of time, being able to be so static and allowing you to have that, industry standard in which, everyone agrees to for 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 years, which is a longer lifespan than a lot of people's PCs? That benefit, that perk you console gamers like to talk about? Well, the Nintendo NX, which is going to be the happy marriage of handheld gaming and console gaming, and that's fine. However, if this console, which will be coming out either next year or late this year or maybe the year after that, once again, your console won't even be 6 years old by the time the NX drops. And if the NX actually is counterproductive and actually takes support away from the Wii U, all three consoles have fucked up. All of them. Look, I get it. You guys want to make hardware and you guys want to keep us on your networks and all that stuff, and that's all gravy, baby. But if you ain't giving me shit to play on it, fuck off!